Crisscross your legs, ground down through the sit bones, lift up through the crown. Rocking a little forward and back, a little side to side. And letting those sways bring you toward your Sufi grinds, maybe starting the way you often don't. Inhale it forward, arching. Exhale it back, rounding. 2 to 3 one way, at least 2, 3 the other. And then just switching up the crossing. Again, rock a little forward, back, right to left. Circling the way, maybe you didn't last time first, no big deal if you're not sure. Feeling that connection from the ground up. And confronting that stuff that needs to be released and soothed. Calming effect. Turning inward, maybe close your eyes or find a soft gaze, a drishti point. Lick your lips, swallow. Deeper breath in. And maybe flutter it out. Feeling that surrender in the mind's eye, the jaw, the throat, one more time. Extend the heels forward, draw your sit bones back. Moving toward a seated twist. Bend your right knee, walk the foot toward the inner thigh. Root and rise, take a breath. Cross that foot if you're feeling pretty good in the outer hips, the lower back. Again, root to rise for a breath, maybe 2. And then take your left heel toward your right sit bone, coming back toward neutral spine. Your right arm will sweep up and back, reaching toward fingertips several inches behind you. Left arm to the sky, add the inhale or 2 at the top. With the exhale or 2, start to twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana, revolving the chest to the right, maybe looking right. Growing a little taller with the inhale and continuing to twist as you exhale. Walk the right hand closer or further for stability. And do linger in what translates to half lord of the fishes. Good for our digestive system. Rooting and rising, helping to ground the nervous system. And really connecting from the inside out. With that said, unwind just the head and neck first, going extra slow as you transition here. Maybe looking a little further left for another breath. And then the body, the hands follow, counter twisting, take the inhale. And exhale, bend those elbows, melting forward and down. Inhaling, maybe lifting just a touch. And as you exhale, you can come down to your own fists, a block, the earth. Breathing in, breathing out, softening somewhere, find that ease. Where can you let go and do? Now come on up. Unwind. Send the heels forward, draw the sit bones gently back. Rooting and rebounding. And then bend your left knee. Root to rise. Maybe cross it over, maybe not. Could be a whole different story, and being honest with ourselves is key. Practicing satya and svadhyaya. Self-study, while not being hypercritical, but keeping it very real. Left arm reaches. Noting that if I bent that bottom knee and it doesn't feel right, I re-extend. If I reach back and it doesn't feel right, maybe I grab a block, a pillow. And then adding more, you slice the right arm. Looking further or not, based on how the neck, the shoulder feels. Could be a whole different situation from right to left, side to side. Half Lord of the Fishes, or Ardha Matsyendrasana. Soft face, soft jaw. You're going to counter twist in a moment, easing your way there. Taking it just with the head and neck at first. Then letting the rest of the body gradually follow, twisting to your right. Maybe you ebb and flow more than once or twice. At some point, using your own hands, fists, or that block, even two, to support you, to bring the earth, the posture up to you. Another exhale or so on your own. Do gradually rise. Another exhale or two to release. Send your heels forward. If you're feeling stiff today in the hamstrings or calves, do have your strap nearby. We can just kind of walk fingers forward, halfway, all the way. Could also take that time to reach, stretch it up. Hinging from your hips, eventually melt your way forward and down. And additional ebbs and flows are often needed or helpful. Legs could walk wider or closer based on the feedback you're getting. And take at least 3 more complete breaths to be here, dropping the head, the neck. Calming your nervous system from the inside out. Maybe you're drawing the baby toes back, reaching the heels forward. Lingering a little longer, closer to a minute plus, if that's resonating. If you're ready to come up, an inhale or two to help. And another exhale or two, just sitting tall in Dandasana, letting that be enough for now. If you want to point the feet or add more, you do. Joining us when you're ready. Taking it onto the back, it can be a slow roll to incorporate a little bit of core stuff. Legs bent or straight, depending on what's working. Could also just be a safe roll, right? Taking 2, 3, 4 breaths. Hovering, if that's working. Kind of a crunch shape, another inhale or two there. Oh, not always easy. And then you do come down. Walk the feet towards you. Take that breath, maybe 2. Softening the belly, the low back. Right ankle crosses over that left thigh. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe send the right leg away. Connecting the left hip down a little more to the ground. Pick up your left foot, reach through and around, thigh or shin. Reclined pigeon. Or of course, take that yogi's or yogini's choice of a different hip opener. Maybe Supta Gomukhasana, that's your happy cow face I am demoing. Kicking the feet into the hands. Pressing knees forward as you cross the legs completely. Maybe 5, 6, 7 breaths in total. So another 2, 3, 4 from here. Any pillows, support under the head is encouraged. Backing off or adding more with that honesty, that idea of satya, svadhyaya, even ahimsa, working in a way that does not create more injury, more harm, giving our joints a break, right, from what might be higher intensity stuff. Feet will come down. I often like to windshield wiper between sides, especially into my 40s, right? Checking in with what you need. Maybe a brief butterfly, Baddha Konasana. And then eventually side 2, knees bent, feet flat for that reclined pigeon, threading your needle. And or reclined happy cow face, which translates to Supta Gomukhasana. And I often need the first 30 seconds plus to just be here, especially on this hip, this side. Maybe I slide the leg and decide to stay. Maybe I back it up. And day to day might be based on what I've done off the mat, my mental state, my physical state, all sorts of factors. But listening for feedback. Is there anything sharp going on? Is it too much? Was it enough to be in the basics? Sometimes that is the simple answer. 30 seconds or so choosing wisely. Practicing these principles from the yamas, the niyamas. It's really philosophical concepts for less suffering. Taking what resonates, maybe revisiting what doesn't down the line and seeing how it goes then. You can always go right into something like the windshield wipers, the butterfly. Maybe you're craving another twist or an inversion. I'm going to get onto the block. Taking supported bridge to supported legs up or shoulder stand on the block. You could take something else entirely. This can serve as its own sort of Shavasana-like shape, as could heels up the wall, Viparita Karani. Using prop support to let the spine, the head, the neck feel that love, that lightness. Maybe splitting the legs for a little more external rotation. Dropping stress, soreness from here. 5, 6, 7 plus breaths to just be in that yogi's choice. Receiving and absorbing everything we've done. And if timing is an issue, moving towards Shavasana sooner than later. But trying not to rush your way through the asana. Letting your practice be that time to slow down, to feel that inner peace. To come back to an intention, a word, a phrase. Maybe as simple as I am inhaling, I am exhaling. Bringing that with you on and off the mat as an anchor. You can pass through any gentle back bending. I talked about twisting. An easy yogi's choice, if you will. And then that traditional surrender or anything else resonating, which can include the props, a pillow for the head and neck, maybe rolling it up and then assessing. Something under the knees for the lower back, like so. Or even just to warm up, grabbing your socks, your sweatshirt, your blanket, covering the body. Something weighted, including your own hands as a way to ground. Something heavier on the thighs for that additional support to the nervous system. And any additional interesting breaths, especially on the exhale. Dropping what is not serving you, dropping what is not in your control. And for at least another minute, absorbing the healing effects of the work you've done. Letting that be enough. Shavasana.